Welcome, everybody. And we're here for the first ever episode of the Music to My Ears podcast. It's your boy, Music Man AJ. And I'm here with a special guest, up and coming rising artist from the north side of Chicago. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my guest at this time. Princexotic is in the
Yes, sir.
building.
Yes, sir.
Let's
Appreciate you, my boy.
go.
Music man, agent man. Appreciate you, big bro. Always showing love. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
always. This
And
is so exciting, bro. Like, I'm just so
definitely,
glad to be able to finally have like a foundation to be
for
able to
sure.
give you artists another platform to be able to showcase your music.
Right.
So like I know we've been trying to do this for the last couple weeks, but look at
Definitely.
bro, we here now. So yeah,
We
we
here,
just gonna
baby.
tap right into it. Like
Let's
thank
get to it.
you. I just want to thank you first of all for being the first guest on the podcast. Like this is big. Shout out to everybody else that's been supporting the Music to My Ears blog
Much love, man.
movement over the years. Like we started as something independent and just continuing just to grow independently and just bring listeners together from all over the world to
No doubt.
find new
Yeah.
music. So we about to get right into it. My boy Princexotic is in the building. Prince, let them know where you from in the city, what you about, your music, everything. And yeah, let's go.
For sure. So I go by Prince Exotic, and I'm from the north side of Chicago, specifically around in the middle of Albany Park and
Nice,
Uptown.
nice.
A little bit of where like four neighborhoods meet.
Yeah,
And so I literally, kind of been on a crossroads my whole entire life. It's
yeah,
ironic to say because
yeah,
it definitely relates to environment where I'm
yeah.
from.
Definitely.
I was damn near my whole life raised on Western and Foster,
Western. Okay.
two really main streets,
Yeah,
in Chicago and in the north side.
yeah,
And so being raised on like, a really happening street, I'm just seeing like a lot of things go through on a daily basis and all
yeah,
that, just really shaping, my environment and stuff. And ironically also relates to my life,
yeah.
because, I've been at crossroads with this journey and this with just like journey with other things in life, like
Yeah,
aspects such as families,
yeah,
social aspect,
yeah,
friends, whatever, school academics,
yeah.
whatnot. Um, but that's yeah, it's crazy. First 5 minutes, we already getting real deep into it, but
Hey, that's how it be, man. Cause
but
people
yeah,
be
this
wanting to
it
know, bro. Like,
really do how it be though,
yeah,
cause it's really all fun and games, and we really love doing
yeah,
this shit
exactly.
for real, cause it's really fun. But
Yeah,
when we really narrow it down, this is who we are,
yeah.
just creators, and the place that we're from, the
Mhm.
environment that shapes us, the
Yeah,
people that we surround ourselves with is just really, really, really
yeah,
important to how you develop,
yeah,
and especially as an artist,
yeah,
because all those aspects you take and you deliver in a creative form to the audience, and not only that's a beautiful thing, but it's
yeah.
also a privilege, and you know it's a thing, something you gotta be grateful for as
Yeah,
well.
for
You know what I'm
real.
saying?
Definitely. I
Yeah.
think that's really cool too, and it's always dope meeting different people that come from different walks of life because it's like you just never know what somebody else is capable of doing or what type of creativity that someone else has
Right.
until you get to know that person. I know like I could just give from experience how we were probably younger and those type of things or those social like cues that we would pick up that we wouldn't have picked up
Right.
back then. We wouldn't pay attention to that, but now it's like as we're getting older and we're growing into these different careers of entertainment, whether if it's rapping, music, business, marketing, advertising, sports, like anything, you know what I mean? It still
Right.
falls into the same umbrella of music. And then at the end of the day, you're like, wow, like we're all connected. We all have some part of the puzzle
Right.
that adds to the bigger picture that we need. So it's like
Right.
it's dope to be able to always find a new artist that looks different or make different type of music or might not be of the common look or
Right.
common sound of what we always listen to and finding something different. So that's why I was like, you know what? Even just following your music for the past 2 to 3 years now has just been
Right.
crazy for me. It's just seeing the growth that you have done, just starting, and then
Appreciate
you
that.
make, like
That's love,
putting
bro.
your fashion stuff and your modeling stuff into the music, and then making that like your character to show people that you can really step into this character of an artist when you need to be Prince
Mm-hmm.
in that moment, but you can deliver it every time, and it's something fresh and
Right.
different. So, how would you say, like, your environment? inspired like your style, your music? Definitely now from when you first started to now.
Man, so the thing is, it's crazy that you're saying that, and that I come a long way, and
Yeah.
indeed, I feel like in many ways I've come so long. A lot of people think I'd be lying if I told them where I started, and one of the first things that they
Yeah.
think I'd be lying is the drip. Like that's one of the things that became like and like an entity of
Yeah.
like who I am,
Yeah.
and I guess like a lot of people can validate that
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
So it's just not like me just trying to say I like dress good,
Yeah.
and all that
And then
stuff.
there's
But
nothing wrong with
yeah,
just having the, like the
right,
uplifting
right,
of your fashion
of
be
course,
something that
you
you
know what I'm
love
saying.
putting time
But
into.
but
But I get it. I definitely get
now
it.
it just came to the point where it's just like a
Yeah.
lifestyle. Like I just don't even think about it. It
Yeah.
just happens
Yeah.
because it's just like a part of me.
Yeah.
And it was not always like that. You
Yeah.
feel me? It was because my style just changed drastically
Yeah.
throughout the years, and the way my mama used to dress me up when I was a
Oh, I
kid
know, bro. I know.
versus how I'm dressing myself up right now, it's like two different
Facts. I
like
totally know.
realities.
I was always the uniform
But
kid.
still,
Like we
shout
was
out to my
always
mama.
uniform.
I love it to death.
Shout out to the mamas.
But
We love you, mama.
yeah, but it was really really
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah.
Wearing that type of shit because
Yeah.
it's
You got
But
a lot of haters too. You can't never just be yourself, and people just see you fresh all the time, and then
I
they be
mean,
like, you got people that'll
yeah.
be like, oh, like Prince can dress, like he's dope, he got swag, he got drip, but then you got people that'll be like, dang, like I don't like him because he look better than me. The whole time they don't be wanting to say it, but
Right.
that energy just comes off.
I mean,
Sometimes people would think
they
like
don't they
you
don't
have
ever
it.
have to
Yeah,
say it
exactly,
for them to say it. You feel
exactly.
me?
Yeah, yep, that's true. That's
Like
very true.
I know when they say it without them even saying it.
Yeah,
And it goes for both ways, whether
yeah,
they, you know, think it's cool
yeah,
or whether just hating on it.
yeah,
I know either way. I know how they coming because I'm just somebody that picks up on energy
yeah.
real
I'm the
quick.
same way. I'm definitely the
You know what
same
I'm
way.
saying? And I
Yeah,
think it's because we can relate on that.
yeah,
Another thing, because
yeah,
it really comes down to being real.
yeah,
Like how real are with yourself,
yeah,
with the people around you, with your craft. You know what I'm saying? So the
yeah. I
realer you
agree.
get, the more realer you get by picking up energies and stuff. The
Yeah,
abilities they just come to you naturally, and
yeah.
that's really I don't gotta tell you much because we feel the same way, twin. You feel
Exactly,
me? Like
exactly.
we on the same page.
So
But
that's the next question that I'm gonna get into is like how, like for me, I can, like you said, we can pick up on different people's energy. We can tell when somebody's really not messing with rocking with us, or with somebody that's unsure if they want to or not.
right,
But what do you think make people come to the conclusion after so long of having this like maybe narrative about you without even knowing you, and
right,
then they see all this work that you do like outside of what they can possibly think of, and be like, wow, he be doing all this cool stuff, but I already have this perception about him because just cuz. And it's like when they start seeing you in other spaces or different environments with people they know, and then they're like, wait, y'all know each other? Then it's like then it's like the wall comes down. Then it's like,
right.
well, you know what? Let me give him a shot to see what he's about. But why do you think it is so like complex that people already have that perception of you before they don't even know you?
Let me
Because
tell you.
half
Let
of
me
the
tell you
time,
something.
bro, half of the time it's literally like the people that you would least expected are the ones that's really out here doing and doing everything. So that's interesting to hear like what you have to say about that.
Like, let me tell you one thing, brother. That that thing that you just asked right now,
Yeah.
like, is one of the greatest gifts that God gave me,
Yeah.
and that's people underestimated me.
And I love it. I love it now.
And you see, my whole life, like I've been, elevating
Yeah.
from one stage to the next,
Yeah.
and periodically,
Mm-hmm.
because of the sole fact that people have continuously underestimated me in
Yeah.
every stage
Yeah.
of my life.
Yeah. I can totally relate.
And every time they thought, yeah, he hit his peak,
Yeah.
guess what? I broke out the box again.
Something new.
Something new. And it's like, and it's not even just cause like they were like, thinking that I didn't do that cause they were thinking that way about me.
Yeah.
I just did it because that was just a path God had for me.
And that's I 1,000%
You know what I'm
believe
saying?
that as well. Yeah.
And that's what I realized later in my life.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, so I actually got a higher purpose.
Yeah.
And I gotta do something that not a lot of people are gonna be able to do.
Yeah. I agree. I totally agree.
And some people can generally not wrap around that idea
Yeah.
that I'm able to do this.
Yeah. I
And
agree.
it's really like it's really hard to understand,
Mhm.
those type of people. But I understand that could never be me.
Yeah.
Cause if you somebody that's just grinding and just working
Mhm.
on you and trying to be the best version of yourself,
Yeah.
like, hey, shout out to you, my brother. I'm gonna
Yeah,
dap you up,
exactly.
cause
Exactly.
that's what I'm trying to do. You feel me?
Yeah, so you look at it
Like,
as like you're helping encouraging somebody else that's doing something that
yeah,
you're doing so
cause,
y'all both can be
'cause
uplifted.
that's my number
Yeah.
one goal in life is
Yeah.
why I do everything I do, whether it's fashion, music,
Yeah.
academics, or whatever,
Yeah.
whatnot. Is I
Mhm.
want to be the best version of myself
Yep.
and also encourage others to be the best version of them.
And you have you have every right to do that. when sometimes I feel like people just sometimes don't know how to accept that energy because it's so powerful to them when they first
They're
meet.
not used to
Yeah,
it.
they're not used
You
to
know what I'm
it.
saying?
Even if it might look different to them or it's not of the norm of what they would usually see or know how to
Right.
handle or deal with. So that's why I asked that question is because like a lot of people don't even know like I never was a person that really was involved in music. Like I was a veterinarian person. Like I loved animals. I wanted to do ocean rescue and do
Wow.
all this zoology stuff and oceanography stuff.
Like
And
Brother Nature.
but it's so crazy because I used to always think in my head, I used to be like, wow, like how do people steady hear about these new songs that come on the radio automatically, and then how do our brains always get equipped to every new song that hit the radio like we singing it after the first week and know
Right.
the whole song. So I would just as a kid always just try to understand like how is that frequency on that other higher power level able to connect with the human brain and the mindset for us to be able to be like, wow, this is another song by this artist that we like, they just dropped, but then it's so like catchy to remember it,
Right.
and it's what I mean, and then it's like a continuous thing like of somebody else dropping something, and then like wow their singles already on the radio, and it's like what how do we what I mean, how do we just pick that up so instantly?
Right.
I just from a marketing perspective I used to always just want to know like how is how can you tap into the human brain and mind for them to be able to just grasp the music for them to connect to
I mean,
automatically.
that's
Yeah, it's
literally all
crazy.
what marketing is. You
Yeah.
feel me? Like, cause it's literally catering to the
Yeah.
audience in a way you're gonna grab their
Yeah.
attention, and that's another thing, and not a lot of people are good at.
Mhm.
Because it's like a lot of people can make music,
Yeah.
and a lot of people, but very few can make good music, and then a very even fewer people can make good music and also network it and
Oh
push it
yeah,
out.
definitely.
You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Yes, exactly.
And in my opinion, networking is 90% of the craft. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
10% is actually making, like, for
Yep.
me, 10% is actually making the music. The
Yep.
other 90% is just pushing it out and
You
networking
can
it.
you can be popping, but if no one knows you, then it's like
Right.
like what is that gonna do for you? Yeah, you can have this number online, but back in the day, like I understand, like people used to really be on foot out here hustling,
Right.
with
Putting
CDs
CDs
and
and
stuff
stuff
like
like on the
that.
street, and
I understand that, and I would never knock that. But the
right.
hustle that I feel like I like behind that is that you still have to go out and still be in people's faces, show them who you are. Like
You
I'm
gotta
the
get
type
uncomfortable.
exactly. You got to get uncomfortable because yeah, like I said, you can have this crazy following online, but then if you going into like a big old show or something and you don't even know how to interact with your fans, but they just know you from the music that you put out and never seen you perform, and you get out there and perform and they're like, bro, what? Like this is not what I was expecting.
Exactly.
That would make me as a listener still love your music, but then it'll be like, wow, like this person is not really about what they're saying.
Mhm.
At the end of the day, I still like the music, but it's
Right.
just like, come on, bro. Like, like you already make this like cool music.
Right.
Just put the whole artistry thing
You can do a little
behind
bit,
it. And
just a little bit better. Yeah.
exactly a little bit better. So I
Right.
feel like for me, I always try to advocate for up and coming artists and just artists in general to like cut the fear of not wanting to go network. Even if you don't even want to be there, it's about showing up,
Right.
supporting people. That is what's going to get you into other opportunities, because people are going to be like, wow,
Right.
I don't know him, but I see him in
And
everything
also,
I do.
it's
Like, you know what I mean?
like you never know, somebody that you work with can also blow up too. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. That's
Like,
another thing that's crazy.
like
Like,
people really be snoozing out on the fact that
for real.
people you work with can
Yeah.
also blow up, and
Yeah.
coincidentally, if you work with them, that's automatically pushing your shit up too.
Exactly.
You know, it's not like a selfish thing. It's
Yeah.
You see, people try to make it a competition thing,
Yeah.
especially in Chicago. Like,
Definitely. Yep.
you know,
Definitely.
they try to make it like who's the better rapper.
Yeah.
You know, who's the better like drill scene rapper.
Yeah.
You know, who the best out of
Yep.
South,
I
Northwest.
agree. I
You know,
agree.
but it's really not like that, and it's not supposed to be like
Yeah.
that.
It's definitely not supposed to be like that.
And if you look at other places like Atlanta, like
Yeah.
New York,
LA,
L.A.,
Miami.
Houston,
Yeah.
like
I
these
know.
places be putting each
Yeah.
other like them boys the fuck on. Like
Yeah.
they're
I
like,
agree.
okay, you popping, shit, I'm popping.
I agree.
Let's link. You know, let's make this shit happen.
I
If
agree.
you look at, a lot of people from the
Yeah.
Atlanta scene, like like Young Thug, Free Jeffrey, man. But
Yeah. Free Jeffrey.
but Lil Baby, Gunna,
Yeah.
21 Savage,
Yeah.
Playboy Cardi,
Yeah.
the Migos, Future.
Man.
Like, come on, I can just
Yep.
keep on going.
Mhm.
All these people, they're just putting each other on and stuff.
Yep.
Just really, um, it's also time. I truly believe where it's like this is a time
Yeah.
of revolution of
Yeah.
the Chicago music scene.
And
for
I
real.
love it. I love it now. Like, I love it that you said the revolution of the scene evolving. I'm
Right.
adding evolving to your statement, because I've been in this scene now for almost 12 years, which is crazy. I started in 2010. That's when I was really like getting into like the promotional stuff of like promoting for dance groups and shows and concerts and
Right.
stuff like that. And then when I started doing the management role, and then just a jack of all trades with doing that and trying to get shows for my artists and my sister and just like stuff like
Right.
that. I definitely, I've been through that. And by me being young at that time too,
Right.
17, 18, starting at 16, but being like 17 and 18 into,
It's a lot too.
it is a lot. Somebody
lot.
that was not a person that used to talk to people or be shy or didn't really
Yeah.
be in people's faces had to break out of that and
You
talk
have
to adults.
you
Like
have to
these
learn
were
how to swim, you know
yeah,
what I'm
exactly.
saying?
So, and it was just like I had to learn how to do that so young, but I feel like it helped me so well now, because it's like I don't get any type of energy from people that I don't know. Now I don't get a negative or a nervous energy from being in spaces when I have to show up to do something that I love to do anymore, like I used to a long time ago.
That's
Just to make a name for myself, or to let people know like this is what
And-
I do and what I'm here for.
and
Now
that's
I
a
don't
real
have
good
to do
feeling
that.
too.
Yeah.
That's a real good feeling to have, because people also acknowledge that.
Mhm.
People can see who's comfortable around other people,
Yeah.
and who gets real uncomfortable. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? That's also a really important thing to have in the
Yeah.
music industry. I feel like
Yeah.
definitely, whether being an artist or behind the scenes,
Yeah.
doing anything else too.
Yeah.
That's one of the key factors. Knowing how to talk to people is definitely
Yeah.
one of them.
Hey, if you don't know how to talk to no one and you're an artist out here trying to be a manager or trying to be
Yeah.
whatever you're trying to do, like communication is definitely going to be the
Definitely.
thing. You cannot work with anyone or do anything without learning how to communication, y'all.
Right.
You got to learn how to communicate. I said communication.
Learn how to talk.
But yeah, you got to learn how to talk to people. Even
Right.
if you don't like people, still set the boundary to let them know like we're still a unit. We might hate each other. We might not want to be here together, but we still have to be here to work together and make sure that everything runs smooth. So let's just do it for the time that we have here and then just keep moving on. And I think it flows way better like that. You know what I
Right.
mean? But all right, bro. Now we're gonna get into the segment of we're just gonna talk about the music and like just what inspired like the new music that you've made. I had a chance to cover the Nagasaki record, which was really dope. I love
Appreciate
how
that.
you stepped out into like your own little zone and your little artistry. Definitely brought the fashion out with the blue coat, killing it.
Dior
Yeah,
jacket.
yeah, it was like it was really lit, bro. So yeah, tell us
Yeah.
about the Nagasaki record and like what inspired that and just how that all came about.
Yeah. So Nagasaki
Yeah.
was a record that I made in less than 20 minutes.
Sheesh. Wow.
Um,
Nice.
just like pure, just like freestyling straight out the
Yeah.
dome. That we thought it was sound cool, and we're like, all right, let's put it on a beat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that we just pushed out as like a single.
Yeah.
And my boy Tone, shout out to him.
Hey.
He be too cold on the videos, and
Yeah.
so me and him linked up, and we're like, let's just, I got this record, showed it to him.
Yeah.
I'm like, let's do something new.
Yeah.
Let's give him something a little fresh, cause I've been doing a little bit R&B. I was
Yeah.
more on the R&B side, so
Yeah.
like so Nagasaki came out, like 2 years
Yeah.
ago,
Yeah.
and so I was still doing I just started off like a little bit,
Yeah.
professionally,
Yeah.
like just a year in and stuff.
Yeah.
Just learn how to mix and
But
master
look
and
at
all
the
that.
growth, y'all.
Yeah.
Year in, and look what we got now, y'all.
But
This is
nah,
crazy. This
shout
is
out
so lit.
for real. But um, yeah, wish we had some liquor. I would have taken a shot to that.
For real.
But
Cheers to that.
for
But
real.
yeah, bro. So
But
like after you doing that record, I think that was the first record for me that really was like, okay, like I could see this artist really being bigger than what he think he is. I
yeah,
know you probably think that too as well, but it's always good to hear feedback from people that's receiving the music. Definitely
right,
when you work so hard to put it out and everything like that. So me just being like a music listener, a visual listener, a performer, like watcher, like I like try to tie those in to an artist nowadays that like a lot of people don't have. A lot of people might have one or two things, but they don't have the whole thing. You know what I mean? Like
right.
some artists can dance, rap, sing, and do all the live instruments stuff like that and be good to go. But then you might have an artist that can only live perform and can't really,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So it's like
I
everyone's
know exactly
different.
what you mean.
But it's like for me, like loving to see a new artist rise and just seeing the qualities of them enhancing their artistry by working on their like you said like their uh like drip
Mm,
or even just bringing their song to life or tapping in with new sounds and or you know what I mean collaboration with artists, which is
right,
another thing that I feel like is very important being an artist. You got artists that don't like collaborating with other people or
for
doing
sure.
that. So that would follow up into my next question being like, how do you feel about collabing with other artists and what are some of the artists in Chicago and out of Chicago that you would want to maybe work with one day or collaborate with?
Oh man. Um,
Yeah, I know that was a tough
yeah.
one, but hey, that's
Um,
lit. That's
yeah,
so
that's
lit.
definitely. So as for collabs goes,
Yeah.
so I used to collabs more than like more than I'm doing right now,
Okay.
and that's not because I haven't gotten a chance to work with other
Yeah.
artists. We
Yeah.
definitely do got records like with
Okay.
other artists already
Yeah.
that's already in the in the lock.
Yeah.
This it's already
Waiting for
in.
those, bro. We waiting
Yeah,
for those.
and definitely in due time. You feel me?
Yeah.
But right now it's just been pushing like some solo stuff just
Yeah.
out there, just building like
The
the
name.
portfolio and the
Yeah.
name and the brand really,
Yeah.
cause you know what we're catering is versatility
Yeah.
and being able to switch over from R&B to
Yeah.
trap back to then to my mother tongue Telugu. We
Yeah.
just threw in there, so that
Yeah.
really just it's just like threw people the fuck off. Yeah, and
Yeah,
they're like,
exactly. I was
yeah,
too, and I was just
yeah,
like, wow, this is amazing.
cause it's like not a lot of people know this, but my mother tongue is Telugu, which is a
Yeah.
South Indian language. Is
Yeah.
the tribe of people that I'm from,
Nice.
and yeah, shout out to South India, man.
Hey.
Tell my Telugu people, but yeah, I just had to tap in, to my
Yeah.
culture back then, cause I've been studying the game and stuff,
Mhm.
and I So potential artists that you said outside of India.
Yeah.
So there's a guy that's signed to Def Jam India
Okay.
named Sambata. And
Sambata, gotta
yeah,
check him out.
yeah,
Sambata, if you watching, I'm gonna check it out, bro. I'm gonna
yeah,
check you out.
yeah. And he speaks a whole different language than me.
Yeah.
Not even what I speak. He speaks a North Indian language called Marathi.
Marathi.
Yeah, and gee, uh, what if you put him on
Yeah.
and also his videos too. Like, that's another thing I really, really look into an
Okay.
artist. Like, cause I heard the songs on Spotify and stuff. I'm like, damn,
Yeah.
like he's hard. You feel me? Like,
Yeah.
and I looked at the videos. I'm like, man, this shit deserves some more
Yeah.
views. You know what I'm saying? Cause he's still kind of in like the
Yeah.
underground scene, a little about to be
Yeah.
mainstream. You know, still,
Yeah.
still in that category and stuff.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, that's somebody I would definitely would love to work with.
Okay. Nice. I
You know,
have to try to see if we can reach out to him and try to get him on the show. That'll be crazy.
that would be crazy.
That
Because
would be lit.
he's been doing some dope things and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, he don't even know who the fuck I am, but
He will after this
maybe after this
episode.
show he will.
He
But
will after this episode.
yeah, but as far as for coming a little bit to the UK,
Yeah.
Central C.
Yeah. Okay.
Because
Yeah.
I feel my styles and his style, I feel like it's a great combination
Yeah.
of something that can produce something really, really like smooth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm talking like crystal clear smooth. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like cause I just know I get the vibe of type of people. I know my niche. I know my audience, and I
Yeah.
know what I'm getting myself
Exactly.
involved into
Yep.
and stuff. So yeah, that's and UK scene is definitely something I like.
I'm a huge fan of it.
I get so many views
Yeah.
out of Europe. Like
Yeah.
my top 5 countries,
Yeah.
I got and UK is one of them, and
Yep.
I got like Germany,
Yep.
and Finland. For some reason, they got a whole bunch of people just turning up to Princexotic
Hey,
in Finland. Like,
how it is, bro. You
I'm
just
like,
never know.
and I'm like, this is mad love. They don't even know who
Yeah.
the fuck I am, but they just
Yeah.
streaming the fuck out of my shit, and it's crazy to think
Shout
about
out to
it.
those countries, y'all.
Shout out to those countries, man. And Brazil.
Yeah.
Oh man. So I literally just got into like a little bit of, Portuguese,
Yeah.
music and stuff.
Yeah.
Cause really like, we don't get to hear it that
Yeah.
often in the States and stuff, but they got some hard stuff going on too. So
I think that'll be really cool if you maybe collaborate with some of those artists from those different countries. I think that'll
yeah.
catapult you into like another
Yeah.
sphere of
But
international artist level.
yeah, but as for
That'll be
Chicago
cool.
goes, cause we
Yeah.
gotta bring it home.
Gotta bring it
Um,
home.
I say my boy G Herbo.
Definitely shout out to Herbo, always
Shout out
going
to Swirl,
crazy.
man. You feel me?
Shout out to Herbo, man.
Yeah, you feel me? I just to me like the way Sambato raps.
Yeah.
I feel like I like the way he raps so
Yeah.
much and the style, tone,
Yeah.
and voice. Cause
Yeah.
he sounds like Herbo. You feel
When
me?
Herbo
Like
speak, it's like
you
he
know
got
what I'm
something
saying?
to
Like,
talk about. You gonna
yeah.
listen because you know he's
Like I feel you,
Yeah,
dog. I feel
exactly.
you. You feel me? Like
Yeah.
you don't know me.
yeah.
But
But this what I'm
I
about.
feel like I know you.
Yeah,
You feel
exactly.
me? Like we,
Yeah.
you from the south, from the north,
Yeah.
but shit, we damn near, damn near, feeling
Yeah.
the same energy. You
Yeah.
feel me? Like I feel you.
That's
And
really cool. That's really cool.
but yeah, that's you know what I'm saying. So
Anybody else in the city?
yeah,
Give
man,
me 3 more. You can give me 3 more. Shout out to Herbo though.
yeah, shout out to her, but for real, man, from the city, for real. I say, you see, there's a lot of people in the underground scene
Yeah.
too.
You can name them. I love
Yeah.
the underground scene, so it's good. It's good that you even said that because let people know these underground artists. These artists been here for years.
Yeah,
So let people know that we got a different mixture of
For sure,
sounds
for
of
sure.
artists. So
and I gotta,
okay.
I gotta throw, little shout outs
yeah,
to my boys, that I've been, that been supporting me and I've been supporting
Yeah.
each other, since the ground up. And one of them is my boy Jonas. And
Jonas. Okay,
yeah, and he from up north, uptown too. Went to high
nice.
school
Okay,
with.
shout out to Jonas.
Yeah, Northside College Prep, baby, right
Okay.
there. Yeah, he's one of the best lyricists.
Nice,
You
okay.
know that I've worked with.
Yeah,
And then we got another a guy, and he just recently rebranded himself, and he goes by Soul the Sun now.
Soul the Sun. Okay,
Yeah,
I have to check them out.
yeah,
Sounds lit.
and so he's also just been doing a little bit more shows and stuff,
Yeah,
and opened up for another artist out in Urbana and stuff.
nice.
So
Okay,
been doing
okay.
some, getting some motion here
Yeah,
and there and stuff. So that's the other two
yeah.
people that I definitely gotta check out and stuff. And then I gotta throw in one more that
Okay.
so
Let's see who else. Who's this
I
last
mean it's not artist,
one?
but it's somebody that I definitely been wanted to work with,
Yeah.
and it's Cole Bennett.
Oh yeah, definitely. Shout out to Lyrical Lemonade.
And,
Shout out to Cole Bennett.
yeah, and shout out to Lyrical Lemonade
Yeah.
for real, cause I've been going, like all 3 days, like
Yeah.
for the last like 5 years,
Yeah.
and man, it's just like met so many dope people.
Yeah.
I mean, we linked up, ran into each
Yeah.
other many times over there and stuff too. So
Yeah, it was definitely a vibe for the Lyrical Lemonade Summer
yeah,
Smash this year. Shout out to them for giving us media and being able to come out and just do what we do, even though sometimes things aren't. Like I tell people, I feel like sometimes timing works on God's timing,
of
and
course.
it's gonna
That's
work.
the
It's
only
gonna
way it
show. It's
works.
gonna happen when it's supposed to
That's the
happen.
only way it works, my brother.
People pay, and then I tell people, like, people pay attention, people watch. It's just how you continue to progress and continue to be consistent for people to want to be invested in what you do
Right.
and want you to be around to be a part of what they do because they see what you've been already doing. So
No.
I always give credit to Lyrical and Cole for doing what they do for the city because there's no one else doing it. Regardless if
Exactly.
people can say, like, he's not from here or the
And
suburbs.
he really, hey,
But he's still doing it.
he
Like,
really
he's still
brought
the
Chief
one.
Keef.
Yeah, exactly.
He
And now
really
he just
brought Chief
he
Keef
brought
damn
Chief
near
Keef.
home. You know what I'm
He
saying?
brought
Like
Chief Keef home, Cole.
you brought him.
Thank
You
you.
brought him the closest to home he's gonna get. You feel me?
For
Like
real.
that was legendary.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
to me being from Chicago,
And then
growing
being a
up,
part of that.
like
yeah.
growing up like 4th, 5th grade, just turning
Yeah.
up to Funny Though, like at a
Same.
little
Yeah.
jit ass age,
Yeah.
but never being able to witness him in
Yeah.
person
Yep.
and until like this year, and it just off. That's surreal.
That's
Cause
crazy that you even say
yeah.
that too, because I don't even think when he blew up I've ever seen him perform live. I think the last time
I mean,
heard
I definitely didn't, cause I was too young. You feel me?
I
Like,
have never seen Chief Keef perform live when he first came out with Dirk and the rest of the whole crew
yeah,
at all perform live. I probably only seen SD,
right.
Lil Reese, and people like that, but I've never
Yeah.
seen him perform live by himself. So to be able to see him in 2024 perform live back in Chicago after not being here for so long, and last time I seen, like, they did a hologram of him, I think it was like in Indiana and it got shut down or something like
Oh
that.
nah.
So that was the only thing close to what I've
Right.
seen of him.
No, but this
perform
was
live.
him.
But yeah, this
This
was
was
him,
him.
like with his daughter.
Yeah.
I remember when she was younger, and
Right.
then like seeing her now being all grown up now, and then just him still doing it. And then shout out to my boy DJ Amaris, Chief Keef's DJ, like just being able to work with him a long time ago when I was at the working for Villa shoe store, like DTLR and stuff like that. To
That's
be able
what's
to
up.
just be able to
what's up.
have seeing DJ Amari's growth from working with him when that all blew up, and still after years and after
Right.
years and still apart, and him DJing Summer Smash for Chief Keef, I know that was just like the most craziest moment in the dopest feeling ever that Cole was able to bring Chicago out. And we had a good time. Like, it was lit.
It was. I mean, man.
I
it
was blessed
it
to
was
be
as
able to
lit-
see that.
It was as lit as it's gonna get. You feel
Yeah,
me? Like,
definitely.
cause I was lit. You know.
Yeah, definitely.
And, like you was in VIP, right?
Yeah.
We was chilling. Like,
Yeah, it was
we
definitely.
got the best view of Keith.
Yeah,
you
it was
feel me?
definitely lit. We had the best view of Keith, and
Yeah.
shout out to Cole Bennett for all he do, and Lyrical Lemonade, all of them over there. Everybody's really cool.
Oh yeah.
But moving into the next thing, I wanted to talk about the Nagasaki record. I think did I mention that already?
Yeah, you did.
So after the transition from like the Nagasaki record into the like Paisa Paisa record,
Yeah.
let people know exactly what Paisa Paisa means,
Right.
and then let them know like Like, what inspired that record, and then what what had you create this record, and then everything that you did for it, from traveling from Chicago back to your home country, and then tapping in with the people there, and then just connecting them to the Chicago scene.
For sure. So that was like one of the craziest things I ever did in my life.
Yeah.
And it all started from an idea
Yeah.
I had in a bedroom
Yeah.
late at night. I have epiphanies, real late at night for some reason.
It happens. Everyone's is different, bro.
At like 3, 4,
Yeah.
5 a.m.
Yeah.
And I really get to thinking. Like, my brain really should be sleeping, but for some reason it really gets to thinking over time. And I was like, so I got this crazy idea. And like I said, I was talking about earlier, I'm like, I've been studying the game in India, the rap scene, how it's developing for the last year and a half.
Yeah.
And you see, so it's like India's like known by North and South India. In the North, they got like, it's more westernized and stuff.
Yeah.
So, rap culture came a little earlier over there. The Punjabi started, like, my favorite Yo-Yo Honey Singh. He was one of the first people that ever do it. Like,
Honey Singh, that was the name?
Yeah, Yo-Yo Honey Singh.
Yo-Yo Honey Singh, y'all.
That's OG.
Shout out to India.
That's my OG for right there. Yeah. Yo-Yo Honey Singh, he really set the stage. Like, I'll show you this right after this episode. I'm gonna show you some stuff. One of the coldest people ever. But regardless, he said it. A lot of people came after him and stuff, but it was still kind of in like the pop, rap era and stuff.
Yeah.
And then, but like real like street rap and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? It just started developing in India, and people are like, I'm talking about ciphers, like,
that's so cool,
going on like one-on-one and stuff.
Yeah.
But where I'm from in South India, it's like, it's not too many people.
Yeah.
It's like probably like 1 or 2 or 3 or here and there.
Yeah.
That's making like a little bit noise, but nothing that's gonna get them on mainstream, because they're just kind of like where they're from, the block where they're from, they're like hot. They're known as like,
that's cool.
Yeah, but
that's cool as hell.
Cool. It's cool as hell, but but it's like those people, like, they don't really. I'm not gonna say like they don't have the potential, because obviously everyone has that potential.
Yeah.
But I think it's just they didn't want to go mainstream.
Yeah.
And because they were fine and comfortable as being like
where they were,
neighborhood hero.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I was, seeing this, and I'm like, damn, bro, like, I'm so fluent in my language, right?
Yeah.
Telugu, so that's my mother tongue. I gotta do something, like, I may be, a little rusty because I never, really rap in it. But I definitely talk in it. I talk good in it.
Yeah.
If I talk good in it, I can probably write
for real
good rap too.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, freestyling here and there, making things rhyme and stuff and this. And so, I was like, paisa, 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 mess up kuch tike baby tum kaisa. And so paisa, paisa means like money, money. You know what I'm saying? So, the entourage that we got, going on and stuff is like, Young Money, Young Blood, like, we in this young and turn, you feel me? Like, so I'm like, so Paisa, that's what it means in Hindi. It means like money, and it means money in the slang.
Yeah.
Where you're talking like, like how we say mula.
But see, I didn't even know that. So
like how we say mula.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's Paisa.
Okay, like money.
Yeah.
Yeah, dinero.
Yeah. Mucho dinero, me gusta.
Mucho dinero, me gusta.
But yeah. And then so I thought about it, and then before that I was also like reached out by like people from like other record labels and stuff.
Yeah.
And there was like I was getting a little attention here and there and stuff. So it all came to a decision where I was gonna go to Hyderabad in October, and it's crazy because like it was like during like the middle of like my school and stuff, too, college and stuff. But I was like, shit, like I still gotta get this shit done. But like but at the same time, I was making sure like I went over there. I was also logging in to Zoom, getting at 5 a.m. going on class and all that stuff.
And then the time difference is crazy.
And then and then wake up and then go into the studio and then lock this shit in and stuff. But what we shot at over there, bro, it was the craziest shit ever. I mean, I'm talking about like from little kids to all the way to really old grandmas.
Yeah.
Are just dead ass just staring at me and like I'm a superstar.
And that's crazy that you say that because like when I watched the video when I was doing my music review about it, and I was just so happy because I feel like we had a conversation when we talked about like stepping into that international artist phase of
Right.
showing people that you can be on this international level, and it's always good to go tap back into your roots.
Right.
And I felt really good that you actually took the advice and you went back and you did it. So
Nah,
like when I seen that video, I was
I had
already
to.
just like, yo, he listened and look what happened. Like you see what I mean? Like
I mean,
even
that's the sauce. You feel
exactly.
me? To do something different and also
Yeah.
to do something different right.
Yes.
So I had to do it the right way. I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
like, I kind of like, build my image up around here. Like people get what I'm doing over
Yeah.
here.
Exactly.
But over there's a whole different market over
Yeah.
there that's also I gotta like tap into because
Yeah.
that's
Those
what
are your people. Yeah.
that's my roots. That's
Exactly.
my ethnicity.
Exactly.
And so I'm like, if I can make the people I grew up over here accept me,
Build that cross bridge
what makes you
connection.
think I
Yeah,
can't,
exactly.
make them accept me?
Exactly.
And I went over there and they just embraced me like
And that
nothing.
was and that's
And
so crazy because in the video you can actually feel that and you can see that, and I feel like that when I seen that I was just so happy
Yeah.
for you because I was like, this is what this is
Yeah.
about.
Right.
You going to show people that you can tap back into your roots regardless of where you come from and still be yourself. And the fact that you brought locals from your
Yeah.
you know what I mean, your country to be a part of this and to
Definitely.
just see you and be a part to make
We
them feel
wanted to
like
show like the rawest version of
Exactly.
it, like possible. Like, I
Yeah.
really got down to like the busties, we call it.
Yeah.
Busties are like slums, like
Yeah.
areas. Like we in the
Yeah.
slum areas. And I'm like with all the kids
Yeah.
that never even seen like or anything, witnessed
Yeah,
anything with like a
exactly.
15-man camera crew around
Exactly.
and stuff, like a whole film crew, damn near,
Exactly.
with professional film cameras. And I'm over here just like with chained up, everything,
Yeah.
flipped out. And like the way their eyes widen, my brother.
Yeah.
It's like it was really a full circle moment,
Yeah.
and it was a blessing to even
Yep.
witness that
Mhm.
because there was this one girl that so so there was this little girl. She was like probably like 3 years old or
Yeah.
something, and she was like going in like she saw me and she like went inside. Like I thought she was like real scared or something,
Yeah.
but she went inside and brought out three of her fucking sisters and stuff to
That's
come
funny.
see me because they're like, oh, like look, it's like superstars.
Yeah,
and stuff.
exactly.
And then there's this little group of jet boys
Yeah.
and they had some flip phones and they was getting all up in like they were trying to get around the camera crew,
Yeah.
try to take pictures of me and stuff.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And it was just like a real full circle
Yeah.
moment because I'm like, yo, this is really why I do
Yeah.
what I do.
And then you just never know like what you really did for those people at that moment to be like
Exactly.
you just gave all of them hope to be able to be like, wow, like we seen someone that looks like us that lives out of the country that's pursuing what they want to do regardless of opinionated cultural
Yeah.
you know how it
And
is.
you see,
Yeah.
the thing is, they're so little that like they can't even like understand that fully,
Yeah.
but they know that I'm like I'm the same type of
Exactly.
people,
Exactly.
but I'm from like a different place.
Yeah.
And when they see me coming back and like tapping in back with them, they're
Yeah.
like, damn,
How did
like
this happen? Why is this happening now? And this is
like
the greatest thing ever, kind of.
exactly. And the craziest part is like out of all those cause it was like damn near 1,000 people that saw me there cause you got hella population
Yeah.
you gotta realize, so it's like out of all those 1,000 people that saw me probably it was like there gotta be at least a few
Yeah.
that are gonna grow up and hopefully be inspired to do what I'm
Yeah.
doing right now, you know what I'm saying?
That was
Like,
really cool to see. Definitely in the video, bro. Like it was really cool to see you giving them an opportunity just to be involved, and it definitely showed the hospitality of just you being connected back with your culture in your country with your people.
no
It
doubt.
definitely gave them kids hope that they can do something outside of what
Their
the
box
normal. Yeah.
and like beat their
Exactly.
expectations and everyone that underestimated them
Exactly.
to overcome that every single time, which
Exactly.
is literally what it comes back to what we were talking about
Yep.
earlier in my life. So it's really like I said, full circle, and it all started just from an idea in my bedroom,
Mm-hmm.
and also just gotta thank God for that, cause always
Yeah.
that's a privilege.
That's big, bro. So if you all haven't already, definitely go out and check out the video Paisa Paisa on
Yo.
YouTube now, featuring Princexotic.
And we
It
also
is
got
an
another
amazing
one
video.
that just dropped in July.
Okay.
Complicated.
Complicated is
Yeah.
out too, y'all. Go check that out on
Yeah.
YouTube. We're gonna move into this next question, and then we're gonna wrap it up after
For sure.
this. I seen that you had recently posted a picture with Nav. I know he had like a CD signing, so I thought that was really cool. You
Yeah.
know that you got a chance to go and meet Nav. I'm a big fan of Nav. I've always
Shout
been
out
a
to the
fan
brown
of
boy
him.
for real.
I feel like Nav is the GOAT. A lot of
Yes,
people.
sir.
I feel like he's the type of person that I like as an artist because he make music and he likes in the shadows.
Right.
But he can still produce. He can still do other things and still have his businesses going on. So I've always respected Nav's music hustle and just how he carry himself. So shout out to Nav. So what was it like being able to, meet Nav and just be able to connect with him at one of his events or his signing when you went to go see him?
That's so funny you asked me this.
Nav is awesome.
But this is definitely an important question.
Yeah.
To ask, because that day potentially changed my life,
Wow.
and not even an understatement, because so the guy I went with that day hit me up out of nowhere, and
Yeah.
and just to put in future reference, after that, like that guy became my manager for a little while.
Yeah.
And stuff, but and then he had to focus on some like personal stuff and
Yeah.
stuff, so he took a little break from the music and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was my manager at that time too, and we went over there, and we were waiting to meet Nav and stuff.
Yeah.
And I don't know why, but something in me was like,
Yeah.
this is probably like a really big interaction, and I
Definitely.
gotta make the most. I
Definitely.
gotta make the most out of
Definitely.
like any second I got
Yeah.
with this man, because
Yeah.
he can potentially like change my life.
Yeah.
So I was like, it may be a stretch, but fuck it.
Yeah.
I take risks.
Hey,
that's what we
you
do.
sometimes are at
Yeah.
the right time at the right
Right.
moment, so you
So-
gotta seize the opportunity, y'all.
So I took a little slip of paper,
Yeah.
wrote my information, and
Yeah.
then just with my contact information,
Yeah.
and just my link tree
Yeah.
that had all my songs and everything in that
Yeah.
one link.
That was smart.
And then I, just gave it to him. And then when I met him, and I'm like, hey, when he's signing my stuff, I'm like, hey, bro, like, you might hear a lot of this, but I have a little slip for you that has all my stuff. If you have, time, please check it out. That means a lot for me. And then he
Yeah.
deadass looked at me, and he gave it to his manager.
Yeah.
And he said, you better be fired, because I'm gonna listen to it.
Hey, somebody like that telling you that, bro, it's
shout out to my
crazy.
boy Nav for real.
Yeah,
And
shout out to Nav.
and that literally, like, I never expected to say
Yeah.
that. And at that point, I didn't even care if he didn't listen to it
Yeah.
or not, because I'm
Yeah.
like, he recognized.
That
You
was
feel
yeah,
me?
that was still a gateway gap to be
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna give it a shot.
Like, you know what I'm saying? He
Yeah.
recognized. So, but then what happened is, like, on TikTok, I started like getting like a lot of like motion from nowhere.
Yeah.
Like, and I didn't have like, that many followers and
Yeah.
stuff like until then, just like
Yeah.
couple of stuff, but like, my music just here and there
Yeah.
and stuff. And then suddenly like one of my videos just blew the
Yep.
fuck up.
I remember.
And I think it's cause like Nav like reposted it
Yeah.
or something, and all of his fans
Yeah.
just came straight to my page.
See?
And then the craziest part is they were all saying positive stuff. Like, that was like, I was getting like
Yeah.
hate for the longest time, and then suddenly it was like a wave of positivity.
That's how it is, bro.
And everybody was like, man, like, Nav won't be disappointed.
Yeah.
Then Nav found a real one.
Yeah.
And they were like, saying some real good stuff.
Yeah.
And they were like, yo, like, second brown boy to get it popping.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
some funny shit. But it also,
was
but like,
cool.
some
Yeah,
love
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
And they're going through all my music. And they're
Yeah.
like, valid. They're like, you're different.
Yeah.
And that just made me, I'm like, yo, now I just gotta like,
Just keep on his
Keep on
radar,
doing
man,
it.
and keep doing it.
and really craziest part is too, on IG,
Yeah.
after that incident, I started getting like a lot of like verified people, from,
Yeah.
like management and stuff,
Yeah.
just like peeping my stuff, like here and there, just looking at my
Yeah.
shit. So I'm like, okay, like somebody somewhere
I'm telling you,
put me
y'all.
put me
People
in a
be
comment,
watching. People be watching.
put me in a conversation,
Yeah.
maybe, and just because of something I thought was a reach, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But it's just crazy how things
Just
work in
never
life,
know,
bro.
bro.
It's
You
crazy.
never know. I
Crazy.
always try to encourage people. Like you might not think you're doing a lot, but you are doing exceedingly and abundantly.
Right.
And people are always watching when you think no one's watching. It's always either that one person you least expected is watching.
Right.
So you just
All
always
it takes.
you just never know, bro. So that I just had to ask you about that because I've always been a fan of Nav. Like even when I was, like I had my moments where I was just in tune with music and out tuning everybody else.
Yeah.
Like Nav was one of those artists that made me like dig deeper into my thoughts of why like I do certain things and like how I can just be a better creative without having to have too many people involved.
Right.
Like I said, I love the way how he moved and just as an artist and a producer. So
Definitely,
I feel like yeah, that's what
I always respect like
yeah.
artists who, produce their stuff.
Yeah.
I, mix and master my own stuff
Yeah.
and audio engineering and all of that.
Yeah.
But as far as beats goes, like I can make my
Yeah.
own beats, but like I'd rather not. I'd rather
Yeah.
have somebody that's better than me.
Yeah.
But there's people, like Nav and
Yeah.
like, Kanye,
Yeah.
Travis,
Yeah.
who just like, in a really niche category
Yeah.
that just all like, almost all the time produce and also like,
Yeah.
put their vocals on it.
Yeah.
And it's really like you're putting like maximum creativity
Yeah.
into your craft.
Yeah.
Like
Exactly.
you're no limits. Like
Exactly.
I'm a sound however the fuck I want
Yeah.
to sound.
Exactly.
And I just love artists like that,
Yeah. You don't
Like,
put boundaries on your creativity.
No,
That's
'cause
not being creative.
creativity is not
Has
to be
no
tamed.
boundaries.
Creativity
No
is not to be
boundaries.
tamed. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? And that's what I say in my opinion. If there's one thing that shouldn't be tamed, it's
Yeah.
creativity. So
That's what's up. Creativity cannot be tamed. If you're trying to be in a creative space or an environment and put out work that you truly want people to see, do it for fun. I learned,
right,
and to do be boundless,
right.
and just put it out there, and the universe will bring the people like a flood to
Just-
the stuff that you do.
Just let your craft do its thing.
Moving along, I have another question for you, and then we'll prepare to wrap it up. For all the up and coming artists that's out here, that's gonna watch this episode,
Yeah.
or that's just tapped in with your music, your fans, everybody else. What is some good advice that you can give them about just being an artist, creative, stepping out on your truth, just your fashion, or just being yourself? What is some key points that you can just give them or leave them with to let them know like it's okay to just be yourself?
Yeah. So, when you people start doing this artist stuff,
Yeah,
they like to like group themselves.
exactly.
You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? And one of the things I found myself was always being the odd one out,
Yeah.
and I was constantly kind of struggling with the fact that I was the odd one out
Yeah.
until I realized I was the one out the odds,
I love being out the odds.
and I realized it was a matter of
Yeah.
perspective.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, I used to think like, damn, I'm different,
Yeah, exactly.
and now I'm like, damn, I'm different.
Yeah. It's totally different now. Yeah, exactly.
It's all about perspective.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
it's about like admiring like your craft and knowing
Yeah.
who you are.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's also a balance
Yeah.
of understanding and respecting
Yeah.
other people's crafts
I
as
agree.
well.
Yep. I agree.
And not a lot of people. I wouldn't even say artists because like it's not just artists, just people
Yeah.
in general
Yeah.
don't like to acknowledge or accept that other people can also make good work,
Yeah, exactly.
good art and good stuff. And
Yeah.
so what I would say, to anybody that's just really, doing what I was doing,
Yeah.
and also is doing what am doing,
Yeah.
is really just stay in your own lane. And
In your own lane.
and the thing is, your lane don't even gotta be like one narrow ass way. It can be
Yeah.
wide as hell.
Yeah.
Like like my lane is a highway.
Yeah.
You know, I got a range. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, you know, like I can go really fast on the left lane if
Yeah.
I want to,
Yeah.
slow it down to the middle a
Yeah.
little bit, or you know, on the right,
Yeah.
you know, take it, slow it down all the
Exactly.
way. Cause that's like my different styles, my
Yeah.
different variations.
Yeah.
And to me, a good artist is a person that can balance himself or herself out.
Yeah. I
You know what
totally
I'm
agree.
saying?
Yep.
Like, so it's all about balancing yourself out, like knowing when to like rise as an artist,
Yeah.
and knowing also when to like ground yourself as an artist. It's really the key essential, in my opinion, that I would say to being a really true artist.
And that was a really powerful statement. Y'all heard it here first. Balance, being consistent, and just being yourself are the top things for you to just create and just to put that stuff into the universe.
Right.
Prince, it was really dope having you come through, bro. I'm so excited.
Always.
And you were my
brother.
first guest on the Music to
Sir.
My Ears podcast. Like, this has been something that's been like really special to me over a year now. That was an idea that turned into reality now. Shout out to Lyric Lounge for giving me the opportunity to bring this to life here and to bring artists like you that are really out here doing a lot of amazing things, not just for Chicago, but even back in your country, and just bridging the gap between different diverse cultures to show people that you can get out here and just do whatever you want to do as long as you put 100% or 1,000 more percent behind it. Like, you can literally do anything you want to do. So we're going to wrap up this segment and we're going to wrap up this show. Let everybody know in that camera right there where they can find you, your Instagram, your social media, spell it out for them. And yeah, there we go.
So let's check it out. It's you can find me on IG at _ PRINCEXOTIC _ It's Princexotic on all platforms. From there, it's really all there in my bio, my links and everything. And I'm on everything, all platforms, all social medias. Princexotic, baby, everywhere we go.
You're now locking in with the Music to My Ears TV podcast. Shout out to Lyrical Lounge for the opportunity, and we'll see y'all next week.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
go.